Welcome to the Lifestyle First podcast. My name is Dr. Alka Patel. I am your host and I'm here discussing lifestyle medicine and making self-care as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1 question, 2 research reviews and 3 actionable health tips in each Light Bite weekly episode, all centered around the Lifestyle First method, your blueprint for the 10 key routes of optimal health and happiness. This is Series 2, Episode 6, and the theme in the Lifestyle First method we'll be exploring today is sleep. So today, the 1 question we'll be exploring is, what is the link between sleep and mood? Now, to explore this, I've reviewed 2 pieces of information. The first is a book, Sleep and Affect. It's by Kimberly Babson and Matthew Feldner. But look, we really don't need research to tell us that sleep affects mood. You'll know from your own experience that even 1 sleepless night can affect your mood the next day. You feel more stressed, more angry, irritable, tetchy, even sad and flat. And when my kids say to me, "What's wrong with you, mum?" in various tones, sleep or lack of it is pretty much to blame for my emotional reactivity. And you are just more emotionally reactive after a poor night's sleep. And if you build up a chronic sleep debt night after night, you're just setting yourself up against this heightened reactivity every day. Now, the equation is pretty simple. Sleep deprivation equals increased negative mood, decreased positive mood, and it's bi-directional. So if you're feeling downbeat, you're less likely to sleep. And poor sleep is more frequently found in psychiatric disorders that are characterised by problems with regulating emotions, such as in depression and anxiety. And although we've previously thought of insomnia being the direct consequence of the depression or the anxiety, because research has now also shown that sleep-restricted healthy people also show impairment in emotional well-being, then it's the sleep itself that also has a primary role in regulating our emotional response. It really does go both ways. And it's all down to the amygdala. I love that word. Think of the amygdala as the rapid response center in your brain. Loss of sleep and your amygdala goes into overdrive. There's an accelerator, but there's no brake because poor sleep also stops the amygdala from communicating with other areas of the brain, namely the prefrontal cortex, which dampens down and slows down the rapid fire of the amygdala. Now, all our emotional memories of the day are processed and stored at night during our sleep. We have 2 types of sleep. REM sleep, rapid eye movement. That's when we dream and our muscles are relaxed and pretty paralysed. And NREM sleep, non-rapid eye movement sleep, our deeper sleep, which is broken down into 3 parts, N1, N2 and N3, which is our slow wave sleep. So when we fall asleep, the first 5 or 10 minutes is spent in N1 sleep, the next 20 minutes or so in the N2 sleep, and the next 30 minutes in the deep N3 sleep. And then that's followed by REM sleep. And it's during REM sleep that memories are processed. We'll all have had emotionally charged experiences every day, and the processing at night reduces that emotional sting and helps you return to a less charged state. That nightly emotional reset is so important. So sleep takes place in 90-minute cycles, and REM sleep occurs in a series of cycles through the night. And as the night progresses, we spend a longer duration of each cycle in REM sleep, with the longest duration occurring in the last third of the night. So you can see if you wake up early with a short sleep duration, then you're basically shortchanging your brain and you don't get that restorative sleep you need for your emotional reset. You also have less emotional empathy, the ability to understand someone else's feelings and thoughts and experiences. So you're less able to see things from another's perspective and can't accurately recognise emotions in others. This is all part of our emotional intelligence, and poor sleep, well, that impairs that, weakening our communication and trust bonds. And so it's easy to see how we end up with more negative thinking without this emotional reset and emotional connection. And it's these negative thoughts that then impact on our mood and link to mood disorders such as anxiety and depression. And you also worry more about what's to come. That's anticipatory anxiety. Sleep deprivation contributes to anxiety, and anxiety makes sleep more difficult. And this is even more so if you've always been a worrier. Which takes me to the second piece of research I've been looking at this week. It's the 3P model of sleep identified in the 1980s by Dr. Art Spielman. So the 3 Ps of poor sleep are firstly predisposing factors. What is it about you that increases the likelihood of you having sleep problems? Have you always been a worrier? Have you never been much of a good sleeper? Secondly, precipitating factors. What's triggered poor sleep? Now, for many of us now, it's coronavirus. We're worried about ourselves, our friends, our families, the future of the planet. And most triggers for poor sleep, they are related to health, finance, family, work, school. And thirdly, perpetuating factors. What's keeping the poor sleep going? We're immersed at the moment in feelings of guilt and sadness and anger and uncertainty. We're bombarded with images and news flashes and social media posts. We're hearing stories from each other, reacting to other people's emotions all around coronavirus. So, a predisposing factor may cause the occasional night of poor sleep, but in general, you sleep well until a precipitating event such as coronavirus occurs, which triggers acute insomnia. And then if you develop unhelpful sleep habits, the insomnia continues and becomes chronic. Now, one bad night of sleep doesn't classify you as having chronic insomnia, but 3 nights a week for at least 3 months, and it does. So what can we do to break that link between sleep and mood? Well, simply change the equation. Good sleep equals good mood, more positive thoughts, less negative thoughts. So here now are your 3 health hacks, your 3 activating actions, your lifestyle first prescription. And this is, of course, my favourite part of the podcast because it takes us from theory to practice. It's great to be able to give you tools for thought and tips for action that really can make a significant difference to your health and happiness. So today I'm prescribing sleep. And here are 3 things that can help create a positive sleep and mood equation. So, number 1, sleep music. Music can help reduce stress and distress, and listening to soothing music before bedtime can help you to relax. So try and avoid music that's overstimulating, but sounds of nature such as the ocean or birds may help you relax into a more restful mental space. Instrumental, classical music is also a good choice. So just avoid your favourite sing-along tune, but put on some relaxing music before you go to bed. Number 2, sleep mask. I'm sure I'll be talking about the link between light and sleep in future podcast episodes, but according to the Great British Sleep Survey, 19% of us are disturbed by light levels before or during sleep, and light can have a huge impact on our sleep-wake cycle. So try and expose yourself to as much natural light as you can during the day and keep your room as dark as possible at night. And wearing an eye mask, a sleep mask at night, can help. So why not try one and experiment with what you like? There's lots to choose from. Ones you can warm up or cool down, cashmere, silk or velvet, take your pick. And number 3, sleep therapy. Cognitive behavioural therapy, CBT, has repeatedly been found to be the most effective intervention for poor sleep, regardless of age or gender or the severity of the problem. And my favourite sleep therapy program is the Sleepio program. SLEEPIO. Look it up, it's an online program and it acts directly on the way you think and behave in relation to sleep, training you to use techniques that address the mental factors associated with insomnia, such as the racing mind, and to overcome the worry and other negative emotions that accompany the experience of being able, or unable in fact, to sleep. And it helps you establish a pro-sleep routine and achieve a strong connection between bed and successful sleep, meaning that falling asleep and staying asleep become more automatic and natural. In fact, this program, Sleepio, has been shown to help people fall asleep up to 50% faster, reduce nighttime awakenings by up to 60%, boost daytime concentration and energy by up to 50%, and achieve a more reliable sleep pattern. And all of this, of course, is so beneficial for your mood. So that concludes today's episode, making self-care as easy as 1, 2, 3, with the backing of information and evidence from the field of lifestyle medicine. I really hope this has inspired you to take action. Please don't forget to subscribe and share, because the more you share, the more you too are instrumental in spreading messages of health that matter. And of course, please do leave me comments, ratings and a review so that I can continue to provide you with credible, thought-stimulating, motivating and practical information that lets you shape your health and be the author of your own health story. You can connect with me on all the usual social media channels at Dr. Alka Patel UK and use the hashtag the Lifestyle First Podcast or hashtag TLFP so that I can easily connect with you. And if you want to know more and access show notes and free resources, then just head on over to my website www.dralkapatel.com. I look forward to welcoming you back next week.